was RJ, but I'm going to try. So when RJ asked me to speak on behalf of Danny BLUTH and his 10 years of service, my first thought was, are you kidding me? 10 years? He just graduated from college. And then that made me remember how old I was. And I flipped back through 10 pages of history in my head. And I am so amazed and excited and proud to be here. So Danny BLUTH, you've grown here for 10 years, and you truly have bloomed where you have been planted. I remember clear as though it were yesterday, the day that Dave Hardy, former BL teacher and Holy Cross alumni Megan Quinn, and I trekked up all the way to Worcester, Massachusetts to recruit you. We had an info session in the Classics department on Fenwick 4, attended by 2 eager, bright-eyed young men. And I was immediately impressed with the piercing questions that Danny asked and the intensity of his gaze. It's like he could peer into the heart of an issue and was gearing up to face it. I thought, we'd better get this guy down to the school, and we did. He had an hour and a half long interview with Dave Hardy and I think Maurice Watson and maybe me and whoever else, some random students showing him around. And after Danny left for the day, Dave Hardy pulled me aside and he said, Danny BLUTH is a leader of men, hire him. And I did. So with characteristic eagerness and openness, California Danny moved from frozen Massachusetts to the heart of West Philly, tropical paradise. He actually moved into the house that I was moving out of, actually the very room that I was vacating, and into a house with my brothers and my friends, where he lived for a bunch of years. I used to joke in those early years that I gave Danny a job, a house, and a family because he hung out with my family more than I did. He was a ubiquitous presence at every single Flounder Sunday dinner. But I didn't give Danny any of that. Danny made it for himself. He made his own story, and he grew into this world and made it his home. I was just along for the ride. This is not to suggest that it was easy, because I think everybody knows how hard it is to teach here, especially in those early years. And the first couple years can be some of the roughest years that you'll ever see. Danny surely encountered that. I remember walking into his classroom, which is the very same classroom now, 10 years later, and now it smells much more like essential oils provided by his wife than like sweaty, smelly boys. But I remember walking into the middle of push-up competitions with Danny trying to get the students to be as passionate about Latin as he was. So it was a long struggle, but he totally did it. I think one of the most amazing things about Danny is his willingness to give himself over to any situation, his desire to dive in and to own it, to become a master of his craft. So this is certainly true in the classroom, where he's up for anything, any suggestion you could possibly give him. He was willing to try a new song, a new way of helping kids memorize something, a new textbook, a new class. This year he's teaching something brand new to him. But it's also true in life. I remember visiting Danny when his son JJ was born. This was his first encounter, I think, with little kids. JJ needed a new diaper, and at one point Danny said, watch this. It was me and my brother Brian at this point. He quickly and efficiently changed the diaper, maybe even one-handed. I don't remember. It was some crazy jujitsu going on right there. Faster than anybody but I've ever seen him do it except for my mom. And he said, I'm a master. And that's actually true. 2 kids in, I wonder if he feels the same way about it. But it's true to Danny's form. He just becomes a master at every single thing he does. Danny certainly helps put the Latin in boys Latin. He is fun and engaging and always seeks to bring Latin to life. His classroom is a place of joy. Danny responds in laughter and doesn't sweat the small stuff, which tells his students to do the same thing. He holds them accountable for their actions also, which is really important. He creates fun and engaging songs that his students take great delight in shouting and then remember well into Latin 3 and Latin 4, like E is the it, Emus is the Sarah, and B-O, B-I, B-U is always future tense. He creates these really engaging lessons and really helps people. He even has people like lead you now with a plastic sword. He's been known to engage in sword fights with certain English teachers down the hall who shall not be named. Danny is lively, loving, and living. He makes the students believe in themselves. He helps them to see that anything is possible. And he listens without judging and open his heart to everybody, all while encouraging them to be the best person that he can be. The students know and love and trust him, which is very clear when he gets up on stage and everybody shouts out, BLUTH! Love that. They can't handle it. Danny is earnest and genuine and honest and real. He makes everything more fun. He's a man of heart who always makes everybody around him even better. Boys Latin has been lucky to have him for 10 years. I am happy to call him colleague and friend and even brother. Dave Hardy was right. He is a leader of men.